Planet X, bad news. Alien confirms photo is Planet X. I have some bad news for you. Don't panic, because this comes from just one individual, and he does not speak for any group, just for himself. Remember the patch of sky that was missing from Google Earth? The morons in government decided to lean on Google and make them remove it. They never dreamed that we would be smart enough to figure out that if it's not there, then why did you remove it? It must be there. Well, I have that piece of missing sky. I've got it! I'm told that a good Samaritan smuggled it out of the batch of images at the South Pole telescope. He's dead now. He was shot in the back of the head with a shotgun. The coroner ruled it a suicide. You know he's been bought or hypnotized. Are you aware that the South Pole telescope was built to observe things coming in from the south? And it was designed to look at the far infrared and the microwave regions of our electromagnetic spectrum? Do you understand what that means? Okay, for all you dirtbags out there who haven't a clue, let me explain. What does your microwave oven do? It heats up your burritos, right? If you put a hot dog into a microwave oven, what happens? It blows up. I put an egg in mine, and it blew the door off. So I'm going to turn this little bit of serendipity into good fortune. When they come to take our guns, I'm going to use microwaved eggs to fend off the Nazis. They knock at the door, I put 7 eggs into the microwave and turn it on. Then I invite them in, tell them I'm over here in the kitchen, and I position them close to the microwave. Then I go in the other room to get the guns for them. When I disappear around the corner, I put my fingers in my ears and wait for the blast. I figure I can take out 5 or 6 of them before they get me. What if everyone did that? We could win this one. Think about that. You know, you gotta be clever when you deal with SWAT. I'm not up here on YouTube because I'm pretty, you know. I got something upstairs, too. Microwaved eggs, remember that. It might come in handy when you're out of ammo and the SWAT team has come for your guns. It's a new kind of guerrilla warfare. Okay, so your microwave heats things up. So what do you suppose a telescope that looks into the microwave frequencies of our electromagnetic spectrum and the infrared, the far infrared, which means really hot. Yes, the dirtbag in the front row there. Right. He said the Nazis are looking for hot thing. Thank you, dirtbag. So the South Pole telescope was put up to watch something hot approaching from the area south of the ecliptic plane. Our solar system is a disk, and each of the planets occupies a place on that disk in a more or less general way. It's not a perfect disk. Pluto is weird, and we've been thinking about kicking him out. He's very puny anyway, and he refuses to go to the gym and work out. And just between you and me, he drinks light beer. It's true. That's the reason why he's getting kicked out of the planet fraternity. We can't have planets that go around drinking light beer. Light beer is for sissies. Real men don't drink the stuff. A real man wouldn't be caught dead with a 6-pack of light beer. If the police were chasing him, he'd throw all the cans out before stopping. Can you imagine facing a judge and the cop wants to humiliate you? So he rats on you and tells the judge, "Your Honor, the defendant had light beer on board his vehicle." The judge would say, "Light beer? Put your head between your legs and kiss your sweet ass goodbye. You're going to jail. We're going to lock you up with O.J. Simpson." But he's a murderer. All I did was buy light beer. Don't matter. Bailiff, take him away. So Pluto is out. Don't pay any attention to the orbit of that runt. Look at Jupiter. Now there's a planet for you. Look how big Jupiter is. Do you think that Jupiter would drink light beer? Not a chance. Why, an ice cube would have a better chance than a DUMB. By the way, did you find your tickets yet? Check all your pockets. Did you have any friends over? Maybe one of them took them home by mistake. Sometimes people get drunk and they steal things. They usually bring them back the next day because they know you're going to be over at their house, and you see the tickets on their countertop and say, "Hey man, aren't those my tickets to the underground city?" A fight breaks out, and in the end, you let your friend keep the tickets because you know secretly that the bunker is located between Hillary Clinton and Al Gore, and you want your friend to suffer. So you let him go down there and find out he's between Hillary and Al Gore. And you can't wait to hear him screaming, "I've done gone to hell! Get me out of here!" He calls you on the phone and pleads with you, and you just laugh at him for being a thief. Tell him you deserve to go to hell for stealing my tickets. Why didn't you look at the row and number and see who your neighbors are? Serves you right. You're just like the others down there. I hope Hillary farts and you have to breathe the same air. So if you look at the orbit of the normal planets, not the light beer planet, you can see that they are all part of the same club, and Pluto is the outcast because he drinks light beer. Oh, I didn't know it was light beer. I meant to pick up the other kind. Yeah, the light is dim in West Hollywood, and it's hard to see, isn't it? Save it for the Oort cloud. Maybe they'll accept you. You're out of this solar system. Now beat it. So the normal planets act normally. Pluto is history, and the solar system is better off without him. He was lowering the average here. Anyway, he was way out there in space. You have to be a little discriminating in order to keep the standards up. Don't worry, the Oort cloud will accept Pluto. They probably all drink light beer out there, where the real estate is really cheap. He'll fit right in. Let's not worry about Pluto. So the South Pole Telescope was built. It looks at things that are hot. And to deny us the truth, the Nazis cut out a patch of the sky and think we didn't notice. Well, we did notice, and now we're really suspicious. Since we have an image, and that image is a red dot and some white dots, and it appears to be a dwarf star and some planets around it, and now we know that the coordinates of this photo match the patch of the sky that's missing. Bravo. Now all we need is a confirmation on that. So there's this guy in Brazil who made a friend. And after talking with his friend for a while, he realizes that the guy is not from around here, if you know what I mean. He's from space in this case. And where he comes from, they don't drink light beer. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way, and it's another disk. The nearest galaxy to the Milky Way is the Andromeda galaxy, and you wonder what kind of creatures they have there. They must be really weird. Not really. This guy is from there, and they hate light beer. Now, it could be a trick. You know, a lot of people tell you that they don't like light beer, and then you invite them over to the house, and the next thing you know, they're banging your old lady. That's not so bad, but then you find out that they drink light beer, and that really hurts. A light beer drinker banging your old lady. Talk about humiliated. You can't even divorce her because you'd have to tell the judge that the guy who was banging her is a light beer drinker. The judge will say, "Put your head between your legs and kiss your sweet ass goodbye." And you might say, "But Judge, I'm not charged with a crime. I just came here to get a divorce." And the judge will say, "Oh, okay. I award your wife the house, the car, the kids, and all the bank accounts, and I award you the credit card debt and the mortgage. Plus, you have to pay her $20,000 a month in alimony." And you say, "But I only make $5,000 a month." And the judge says, "Too bad. Miss one payment and kiss your ass goodbye." So the poor guy has to sell drugs for the CIA in order to make his alimony payments. That's how people get corrupted and wind up drug dealers for the government. I'm not lying. So this alien reveals that he's from the Andromeda galaxy, and the human from Brazil called Atlantico BR. BR as in Brazil. Atlantico BR. He's got 9 videos and they're still talking. All of these videos are between 5 and 15 minutes long. And if you ever heard them, you'd know a lot. How do you think I got to be so smart? Well, Atlantico BR puts this photo in front of the alien, whose name is Mithi, by the way, M-I-T-H-I, and he asks the following question.
Mithi, I have a photo here which was smuggled out of the South Pole telescope, and it's reported to be Nibiru, or Planet X. Could you confirm it for me?
Mithi takes one look at this image and says, yes, that's Planet X, but it's not a good photo. Well, compared to alien photos, I guess not. They could see a flea on the ass of a fly from Neptune. So the alien positively identifies the picture of Planet X as Planet X, and for the first time in my life, I realized that Planet X is real. I almost fell off my bar stool, and I spilled half of my light beer. I mean regular beer. I wouldn't drink light beer. What do you think I am, anyway? I watched 17 of these videos, and I was not expecting someone to produce the missing sector of the sky that was intentionally removed by the Nazis who want us all dead. And on top of all that, we have an alien to ask questions to, and up until now, 17 videos, he's made a lot of sense with the answers that he's given to Atlantico BR. And I'm listening with great intrigue, and I'm learning a lot about the universe and the reptilians and the deals that were made between our nefarious government and the reptilians. And I am now privy to the plans that the Nazis have for us. They made a deal with the reptilians to eliminate most of us. They're planning to kill 90% of us and make it look like a natural disaster. They have a base on Mars, and they are changing the atmosphere there. I have seen the base. It was accidentally published without airbrushing it out, and I saw the facility there. It looks like a long tube. Maybe you saw it too. I was looking for it today and I couldn't find it. I thought I bookmarked it on Google Earth, and when I went to look for the bookmark, it wasn't there. Anyway, they brought a whole bunch of equipment, the reptilians. They built this base there. They have 60,000 people there now, actually reptilians. And they brought something called an atmosphere generator. They're generating an atmosphere on Mars, reducing the carbon dioxide, increasing the oxygen. And this Andromeda alien says that all of us breathe oxygen. All humanoids breathe oxygen. And that the atmosphere of Earth was modeled after the atmosphere of all of their colonies. They change a planet so that it's comfortable. All this water was not here. It was brought here by one of their portals. Anyway, when I look up at Mars, I notice that it's brighter, it's redder. Something is different about it. It used to be very faint, now it's brighter. And the alien explains why and how it becomes brighter. Anyway, there's a whole lot of information there. I made notes and it's 45 pages long. So I'm not going to tell you the whole story. I'm just going to give you the link at the end of this video. The first link I'll give you is to video number 17, where the Brazilian, Atlantico BR, presents his photograph, and Mithi, the alien from Andromeda, confirms that it is Planet X. Now, if some of you light beer drinkers out there don't ready to join the Andromeda wagon train yet, but I am sampling their beef jerky, and it's pretty good. I will join their wagon train as soon as my brother straightens up. He's a hunchback. I don't jump at the first wagon train that comes along. You can get into all kinds of trouble when you do that. I have found that no two alien groups have the same story about anything. It's like they're all making it up as they go. I think they're all liars. But what they say is so doggone interesting to read. I can't pry myself away from YouTube when one of them is talking. I've read the Pleiadians, the Zetas, the Sirians, the Andromedas, the Greys. The Andromeda alien said that there are 18 types of short grays, and then there are the tall grays. And you know, a lot of you guys write to me and you tell me that you know exactly how many number of gray species there are. And I say, do you know that there are billions of galaxies and billions of stars in every one of them and billions of planets in those star systems? Now, what is this that you know all about every kind of alien? Are you sure? I would say a very small percentage of them, maybe 1 out of 60 million comes here. Of all the ones that come here, there's got to be 50, 60 million more that don't come here. They don't want to waste their time with this planet out on the fringes of our Milky Way galaxy. So please don't write to me and tell me how many types of short grays there are. And don't write to me and tell me that they're all demons and you got it from the Bible. If you like to read the Bible, please read the Bible. And don't come to my channel because I don't want to hear scripture. Okay? Save it for Sunday school. Anyway, this video series is just loaded with information. And if you watch one video each day, you'll be quite amazed. And your friends will think you're pretty weird because you know so much. I better give you the links so you can go have some fun. Thanks for listening to me.